Hi Rising Stars, it's me Alexandra Wickfree. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk today about how to get your new teamies working. I don't even know where the camera is, so I'm probably looking totally the wrong direction. And as Mr. Scott says, my hair is a mess. Oh goodness me, it's all knotty. That's the wind for you. Okay, so we're looking at getting our team members working, because it's one thing to bring in new teamies. Yay, great, that's what we want you to do. If you want to be a star consultant, you need to have a minimum 2 active frontline. So that's 2 people directly below you. However, you're probably going to need more than that. And preferably, you need them to be working consistently, because that is what makes us a success, isn't it? It's working consistently every single month, building, doing a little bit more, doing a little bit more, doing a little bit more. So bringing them in is fantastic, but if they never do any work, you have basically spent an awful lot of energy for very little return. So Sensei's recently brought out a few really good training schemes and changed their approach to welcoming new people in. They've made it online. They've made it, excuse that, a bit slicker, which is good. And so we want to use what Sensei give us as part of a framework for how we help other people, yeah? So we don't need to just do our own thing. We want to integrate with what Sensei does and then do better. So I have recently changed the way that I support the new people that come in. So we have a checklist now that all newbies get as soon as they go into their new workstation, which they're encouraged to do by their welcome video from Orville and Heidi. Then they get a checklist, and it's 10 different things to go through, including setting goals and list of 100, writing stories for their website, etc. So I want you guys to go away now and learn what's on that checklist. And as soon as we're all aiming for the sensational start restart, I want you guys to go away and do it. Please go away and do it. That is going to be your first homework. It's so important that we know what our consultants, newbies are being asked to do by Sensei and work with them, because we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We just need to make it run smoother. So that is the first thing. So I'm now giving my newbies a couple of days to do that, and I'm touching base when they join and welcoming them. I add them to the team page. I tag them in the pinned post, tag everybody in the pinned post, welcome them, ask them to tell everybody a bit about themselves so they get used to talking on the page, and then say, I'm going to give you a day or so, I want you to do the checklist. And that includes set your goals for your business, follow the SMART goals, and also start to think about how you want to launch your business. Then give them up to 48 hours. Okay, they might come back and check in with questions. Let them know it's okay to check back in anytime they want, or they might need you to approach them. Either way, that's fine. 48 hours later, I want you to go back in. I want you to start. I want you to find out, what are their goals? Have they started on the list of 100? And run through that checklist and see that they've done the various activities, and then start to talk about the launches. Now, as I've said repeatedly, I like to see 3 launch parties, events, 3 things proactively done where selling takes place to launch a business in your first 15 days. Talk about the sensational start. Talk about the shooting star. Encourage your newbies to aim for shooting star first, because those that get off to a faster start and get some sales on the board are way more likely to stay past the 6-month mark. And that's what we want. When we put so much energy into people, we want them to hang around and progress and get the book that we've got for the business, because we know that we have the best way out there and easiest and most fun way to make money. Yeah? So that's what we want. So talk to them about their launch. Now, I say 3 launch parties. They can ask a friend to do one, and they could host 2. They could do it in a coffee shop. They can do it in a bar. They can do it at the bus stop, they can do it in school, they can do it in work, they can do it in their home. We don't care how it takes place. We just want them to try 3 times to do the sales. Send them, we have a training website. You guys have the link to that. Send them that. There's information on how to host great parties on there. There's videos on there. There's how to make their first orders. checklist. There's so much really good information. And really that's all it is. And the other thing is, I'm going to send you, or I've put it already on the Rising Star page, there is a 70 days of sponsorship. I want you guys to use that as a format for when to check in with your new consultants, but tailor it to suit you, tailor it to suit the area where you're working, because it can be very Americanized, and maybe that is not suiting all the areas. Some areas will start in different ways. Some areas will do lots of parties. Some areas we will do events. Some areas is one-to-one selling. In Spain, I sell a lot one-to-one or just small groups, like, you know, visiting the Slimmers World group and stuff. Yeah? So that is really how it's working. Let me think. Have I missed anything else out? I think also, remember, sensational starts. So it's a very logical process. We want our consultants to achieve 4 things. Shooting star, certified within a month, so they get paid at 25%. Sensational start level 2 or 3. And remember, they're easier than ever to earn now, so aim for level 3 because you earn a lot of free money. And number 4, bring in your first consultant in your first 70 days and aim to end the 70 days as a lead consultant. Your rock stars of the future will more than likely end their 70 days as lead consultants and probably level 3s given the new criteria that we have now. So that's really what you want to be looking for. Give your help to absolutely everybody, but after the first couple of weeks, work with your workers. Be aware, those who talk the most often work the least. Be aware of the excuses. People will tell you, oh, it doesn't sell here, I've worked really hard. My personal favourite, and this is a favourite, I know the Superstar director, Ryan Clements. People who say, I've tried absolutely everything and I can't sell a product. No, you haven't. You cannot have tried absolutely everything. It is impossible. So if you have a newbie that's, you know, a month, 2 months in and is struggling, tell them to Google 365 ways to sell Scentsy and run through every single one of them, and then come back and tell you that nothing works. Because if you want to sell this product, you will sell it. Yeah? If you want to build a team, you will find a way to build the team. And that's really all it comes down to. So those are my tips for how to get people to get started. Now, I also wanted to touch and talk about recognition. Recognition, especially when you're starting out as a new leader, should be done for the minimum cost possible, because you don't have a lot of money to spend and you don't want to raise people's expectations. They are already very rewarded by Scentsy. Yeah, they already get lots of rewards from Scentsy. So a simple thank you card. You know, if you have the little scent circles, send one of them out if work is really well done. It's the little things like that, but the biggest thing you can do for anybody is just say thank you. Say it on the team page, tag them on their wall, let other people see how successful they are. Really, that's all you need to do. So we're also going to suggest that you guys work to produce a thank you card that you can have printed out. That's going to be one of the homeworks, and another is doing the checklist. And I might share some other little bits and bobs with you. But what we're looking at is become really good at getting people started in their work, and become really good at saying well done, congratulations, celebrating success. John Addison says in his book, of 9 Great Leadership Skills, he says the idea of being a leader is to create people who are better than you. Never be afraid to have team members who far exceed your skills and abilities, because they got there with your help and support, and it's what a really good leader does. Helps other people to find their wings and fly, and that is what you're there for. So never think you're in competition, and be proud when somebody is better than you. Think, yeah, I did a really good job. I'm a really good leader. So I want to thank you guys. You are rocking the Rising Star course. It is coming to an end, but let's crank the last couple of weeks of our course. You guys are awesome. I want to say thank you so much for working so hard on this and running this course so much fun. I am so excited to see what the future brings for you all. Okay, so it's hasta luego, guys, and I'll see you on the Rising Star page. Bye.